This is one of the most shocking stories the internet has seen in recent times. A young woman, a beautiful, smiling marine trainer, an enormous black and white killer whale, and then chaos. A viral video showed her dragged under the water. Her screams echoed through the arena. The audience panicked. The headline was chilling. Jessica Radcliffe murdered by her own orca. It spread like wildfire across TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Millions watched in horror. Thousands shared it, warning others about the dangers of killer whales. But what if I told you that girl never existed? What if I told you the entire thing and the name, the marine park, the attack was completely fake? Today, we are going to uncover the truth. We will go deep into this viral hoax. We will separate fact from fiction. And along the way, we will also explore the real, tragic history of killer whale attacks that inspired this lie. This is the real story behind the so-called girl murdered by her own orca. The viral clip appeared simple at first. A cheerful young trainer, wearing a blue wetsuit, waved at the crowd. The camera panned to an orca circling in the pool. Then, in a split second, the orca lunged, pulling her into the water. She screamed. The video cut abruptly, and then the caption, "R.I.P. Jessica Radcliffe, 1997 to 2024. Comments flooded in. People said they remembered visiting that marine park. Others claimed they had heard whispers about this dangerous whale before. Some wrote long, emotional messages about animal cruelty, saying the orca had simply turned on its captor. But here's the problem. There is no Jessica Radcliffe. There is no Pacific Blue Marine Park. The whale in the video doesn't exist, and the footage was not real. Fact-checkers from Snopes, NDTV, and the Economic Times all investigated. They found the signs immediately: the unnatural facial movements, the AI-generated voice, the strangely smooth water textures. The narration in some versions of the video was robotic. The park's background was oddly blurred, like a bad Photoshop. It was, in fact, a deepfake, an artificial creation made with AI tools designed to mimic reality. So why did so many believe it? Because the hoax drew inspiration from real tragedies. In the history of marine parks, there have been real cases where killer whales attacked, and sometimes killed, their trainers. These are not myths. They are documented, painful events that change the way the world sees orca captivity. Let's go back to February 24, 2010, SeaWorld, Orlando. A veteran trainer named Dawn Brancheau was working with an orca named Tilikum. Dawn was experienced, loved by her colleagues, and known for her warm smile. She was doing what she had done many times before, a routine interaction with the whale. But in front of shocked visitors, Tilikum suddenly grabbed her. Witnesses said he pulled her into the water violently. It was a long, chaotic struggle. By the time rescuers reached her, it was too late. Dawn's death was ruled a drowning and traumatic injuries. This incident sparked global outrage. Documentaries like Blackfish exposed the reality of keeping such large, intelligent animals in captivity. People began questioning whether marine shows were worth the risk, both for humans and for the whales. But Tilikum's story didn't start in 2010. He had been involved in 2 other deaths before. In 1991, at a park in Canada, a young marine biology student and trainer named Keltie Byrne accidentally fell into the pool where Tilikum and 2 other orcas were kept. Instead of helping her to the surface, the whales repeatedly dragged her underwater. Witnesses heard her screaming, "I don't want to die!" But there was nothing anyone could do. She drowned. Later, in 1999, a man who had snuck into SeaWorld after hours was found dead on Tilikum's back. The exact circumstances were unclear, but Tilikum was again at the center of tragedy. And Tilikum was not the only orca involved in fatal incidents. On December 24, 2009, just 2 months before Dawn's death, an orca named Keto killed his trainer, Alexis Martínez, during a Christmas show rehearsal at Loro Parque in Tenerife, Spain. Alexis was young, dedicated, and deeply respected by his team. Witnesses described how Keto rammed into him underwater with incredible force, causing fatal injuries. These real stories, filled with genuine grief and shock, were the blueprint for the fake Jessica Radcliffe hoax. Whoever made that video knew that people had heard of killer whales attacking before. They used our memories of Dawn, Keltie, and Alexis to make their fake story believable. But there is a deeper question. How can AI create something so real that millions believe it? Artificial intelligence, especially deepfake technology, works by training computer systems on thousands, sometimes millions, of real images and videos. The AI learns patterns, how a human face moves, how water ripples, how light changes in a scene. Then, it can stitch together a completely new scene that looks real, even though it never happened. In the Jessica Radcliffe clip, the AI used real orca footage from older marine park shows, blended it with a fictional trainer's face, and added AI-generated screams and narration. The result felt authentic because our brains are wired to trust what we see. But seeing is no longer proof. This is dangerous. If AI can make you believe a girl was murdered by her own orca, it can make you believe a politician said something they never said, or that a celebrity was in a place they never visited. It can be used for lies far worse than fake animal attack videos. And this is why we need to learn how to spot the signs. Here's what fact-checkers look for. First, the source. If a video appears out of nowhere on TikTok or Facebook but has no trace in news reports, that's a red flag. Real tragedies are always covered by multiple credible outlets. Second, the details. The fake video mentioned Pacific Blue Marine Park, but no such park exists anywhere in the world. Just a quick Google search reveals that. Third, the visuals. AI videos often have strange movements, hands that blur, water that looks too perfect, faces that never blink at the right time. Finally, the sound. AI voices sometimes have unnatural pauses, weird tone shifts, or background noise that doesn't match the scene. Now let's talk about why killer whales attack in the first place, both in reality and in myth. Orcas are intelligent social predators. In the wild, they have never been documented killing a human. Not once. They hunt seals, fish, even sharks, but not people. However, captivity changes everything. In a marine park, an orca spends years in a tank far smaller than the ocean spaces they roam in the wild. They are separated from their family pods. Their routines are controlled. Some experts believe this can cause psychological stress, even aggression. When an orca lashes out, it is often seen as a mix of instinct, stress, and perhaps even confusion. This is part of why real tragedies like those of Dawn, Alexis, and Keltie happened. And it's also why fake stories like Jessica Radcliffe's seem believable. They exploit our knowledge that orcas can and have attacked before. So why did someone create the Jessica Radcliffe hoax? We can only guess. Maybe it was for attention, to gain followers and views. Maybe it was to prove a point about animal captivity. Or maybe it was just for the thrill of tricking millions of people. But here is the most important truth. Every time we share without checking, we give power to lies. The fake Jessica Radcliffe video might seem harmless. After all, no one was really hurt. But it spreads a dangerous habit. It trains people to believe what they see without asking questions. And in a world where AI is getting more advanced every day, that is a dangerous path. At the end of the day, the girl murdered by her own orca never lived. But real women like Dawn Brancheau, Keltie Byrne, and Alexis Martínez did. They loved their work, they cared for the animals they trained, and they lost their lives in tragic real events. Their families grieved, their colleagues changed the way they worked, and the world learned hard lessons about the risks of working with such powerful creatures. So next time you see a shocking video online, pause. Ask yourself, where is this being reported? Who are the sources? Is there evidence beyond one viral clip? Because the truth matters. And in a world of fake news, deepfakes, and AI hoaxes, truth is our best defense. The Jessica Radcliffe story was not real. But the need to think critically, to question, and to verify, that is as real as it gets. And that is the real story behind the girl who was supposedly murdered by her own orca. So next time you see a shocking video online, pause. Ask yourself, where is this being reported? Who are the sources? Is there evidence beyond one viral clip? Because the truth matters. And in a world of fake news, deepfakes, and AI hoaxes, truth is our best defense. The Jessica Radcliffe story was not real. But the need to think critically, to question, and to verify, that is as real as it gets. And that is the real story behind the girl who was supposedly murdered by her own orca.